Hello everyone, this is Alejandra with creatingwithali.com, and here I am showing you another card out of the Wishing You Well card class to go. So let's get started with this card. And so the card base in this case, in this card, is Whisper White, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. However, this time I'm using the thick cardstock because I want to have the card base with the same weight as the other card. So I'm going with the thick one. Okay, I'm folding it in half as usual. Then I have a piece of the designer series paper, which is the frosted floral, so specialty design series paper, and I'm just moving it that way so that you can see it has that shimmer look. All of this paper was printed on shimmer paper, so it has that nice pearlescence or shimmery look. So this one is I didn't say the measurements. This one is 1.5, yes, by 5.5. Now I cut it a little bit longer, so it's a little bit because I rather just cut that section as I am gluing this. That way I ensure there's nothing not being covered. So that's a little tip right there. Then I have a piece of Mossy Meadow, and this one is 1/2 inch by the same thing. It's about 6 on this case, and again I'm gonna just glue this one on that and then glue it on this and cut the excess. And you'll see what I mean in a section. Then I have a piece of Mossy Meadow, and this one is 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 2.5 by 3.5. And then a strip of Whisper White that is 1/2 inch. And this one doesn't matter the length because it's going to be for a sentiment. So don't worry about too much. But if anything, it has to be at least the 4 inches just so that you can play with it. But it's just a strip that you have there. So let's get started with the stamping. Oh, and then I have a scrap of Whisper White, which is where I'm going to be doing a bow. So I'm going to bring my what is this called? Sorry, my scrap paper. Just so that I can do some stamping here, because I want to do a stamping off. So I'm going to go ahead and open my ink pad. I'm going to go ahead and use the bouquet of leaves or flowers here. So I'm going to stamp off once, and then I'm going to put it right in the center. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Then I'm going to bring the blueberry bushel and I'm going to go ahead and do the flowers in this color, but I'm going to be stamping off as well. Okay, perfect. I love it. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the scrap of paper using the bow, and this time I'm not going to be stamping off. I'm just going to go straight, full color. And voila. I love that it kind of has that organza look. I think this will be one of those distinctive stamps that Stampin' Up! Is now carrying. So it has a more realistic look. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut it. Okay. I'm just going to show you one thing here. When I fussy cut, if you see, I am only moving the paper. I'm not moving the scissors. So that will help you cutting. And the other thing is that I always leave a bit of white. Let me just show you here. Okay, I always leave a little bit of that white area. But you can see I'm just moving the paper, not the scissors. And I think that makes it look better if you leave a little bit of a border. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole thing. Here I am. Here is one that has been already cut. But you see, I always leave that white. And again, you just move the paper, not the scissors as you're going. So I just want to make sure you knew that. So the other thing is the sentiment. So on this one, I want to put the what is this? Wishing you well, I think it is. Yeah, wishing you well, which I think it goes also really nice for any occasion. And I'm just gonna stamp it, oh, right in the center. I think I can do better. For whatever reason, I think that is a little bit crooked. So let's see if this one is better. There we go, much better. Wishing you well. I love it. And so let's get started assembling everything at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these. Let me close this because I'm sure I'm gonna get it somewhere. I'm sure that never fails. And here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut it. You can see here what I'm doing. I'm just leaving that little border. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this excess. And I'm gonna go ahead now and glue the whole thing. And I'm gonna put it on to my car. So this one will go right here. There we go. And the excess, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. You see that? There's always a little excess just to make sure that it covers the whole thing. Sometimes when you're cutting right to the same measurement, sometimes it's a little tiny, like a hair different, and it's just that white gap. So I don't like that, so I usually do this. So then I have this one glued down, and I have a little bit more here. I'm gonna go ahead and do these. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put a dimensionals. Actually, I think I'm gonna put 2 dimensionals on this. And this will go right there, so it gives some dimension. And this one, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it already. And you can use your triple banner. And this one is too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. So I have that. So this one will go like so. I think I'm gonna put it like right there, you know. So anyway, let's just see how that goes. So let me glue this one down. Oh, and I am running out of adhesive. Let me bring another one. And real quick, it always happens when you are filming. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put it like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and glue down the bow. And I'm going to be using my Wink of Estella. And as I was mentioning in another video, when you do that, it will grab some of the color from your ink. Not as much because this is dry, but it will still pull some. So make sure you always clean your your Wink of Stella in between uses. And try not to get outside the lines for this one because it will show that color outside. Okay. Now this is because we're using our regular ink for the for this stamp set. Now if you were coloring something with the blends, there you go, it's clean now, so it's ready for use. The next one, when you're using it for your oh, there we go. So I think it will be really nice I put this one. Oh yes. With the blends, like if you had color something with the blends, it will not pick up any of that color. Okay. So that is only when you are putting shimmer, Wink of Stella on top of images where you have color with our regular ink. This will not be true when you're using, let me see. Oh, would I like it better here? You know what? No, I do like it here. I should have probably put this one first. There we go. There we go. Oof. Okay, so now the next thing is I'm going to go ahead and color using the blends. And again, I'm using the one with the thicker line. And I'm doing it softly. I'm not rushing it, and I'm not doing, because you want to be careful with the tip of your marker. Okay, but once you have it like so, you can use take your pick, and we're gonna put it right in the center. And then I have already colored some of the small ones here, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. And you just put as many or as little as you want. What I love about this is that you can have any color of rhinestones when you're using your blends. So here you have it. Is that not gorgeous? I think it looks fantastic. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking this class. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you in the next card video. Take care. Bye.